I'm going to start with a controversial one, try and get a scoop to start with. Is the ICW library going to the WWE network?
The thing is that a lot of people have asked, are we going to WWE network? If we're going to WWE network, are we shouting it for the rooftops? At this point in time, we're not going to WWE network. When we are going to WWE network, people will know we're going to WWE network. We work with the WWE, we work very closely with WWE, we've got a lot of ties there, we use a lot of talent, we cultivate talent that they use in NXT UK, talent that's went to America, but at this time, we are not on the network. Will that change in the future? Who knows, mate?
I hope so anyway. With the ever-changing UK scene, what's the next step for ICW?
The next step for ICW is something that I'm keeping very close to my chest. People think that ICW is downsized recently, but that is not the case. ICW is regrouping to move forward, and we foreseen the bubble bursting in the British wrestling scene because it was growing at such an exponential rate, if that's the right word, that eventually there was going to be some sort of backlash for that, and you were going to see companies crumble, fall away, and no longer be part of the scene. We were touring all the time. We were quite a big size at the time, and we didn't want our company to be harmed by what was going to happen around us, which I saw happening several years ago, which I knew was going to happen several years into the future. So the thing is, there's other wrestling companies that run show to show. We're a business, so we run years. So we've got a 1 year plan, a 5 year plan, a 10 year plan. So the whole thing with ICW is that we are always building to make sure that there is a brighter tomorrow, to make sure that we are in business, to make sure that people are making money for ICW. So the whole thing, as far as our future is concerned, is that there's not enough. There's not that much I can actually say. I'm going to be honest, but I do have a plan, and that plan has been in the works and actually happening for the past couple of years. And now I'm starting to see things that I knew were going to happen. And when the time is right, ICW will strike like a fucking cobra, mate.
Okay, so
Do you need to really put the word fuck in there?
I will. That's not a problem.
Fuck's sake, mate.
So, Wrestling Experience Scotland, the new family-based promotion. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, ICW was just wanting to. I thought there is some good family companies in Scotland and the UK, but there is some that are absolute garbage. And in my opinion, no one can hold a candle to ICW's production values. There are so many young kids in the past that their parents have came to me and went, "Oh, I'd love to take my kids to ICW," and I would go, "Okay, you can't take them to ICW, but take them here, take them there." And I was thinking, well, why not tell them to come to the family version of ICW? So it's not going to affect ICW. ICW is a separate entity, but it is under the ICW umbrella, as part of the ICW family, and these young kids can feel like they're at an ICW show. They will get those high quality production values, and parents will get value for money. As a parent myself, I know how important it is when you go out on a Saturday or Sunday with your kid or your children, and you're trying to get something for them to do that keeps them entertained, that takes up time, and it doesn't make you absolutely bankrupt. You want something that's bang for its buck, and we're going to give you something that's for the whole family, something that is a great day out, and something that when you leave there, you go, I feel like every single penny I spent was worth it. So we're going to have all the ICW talent, you're going to have all the ICW stars, you're going to have the ICW production values, but you might have a bit less swear words and you might have a bit less hardcore. But the thing is, when these kids get to 18-year-old, then they come to ICW.
Absolutely. So,
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
No bad, no bad.
As a wrestling fan yourself, What product do you watch that obviously isn't ICW?
Well, as somebody that's in the business, I need to watch a lot of different products. I need to keep my finger on the pulse of what's happening. So it's not when I go home, people just ask me, like, oh, were you watching a pay-per-view last night? Well, no. I deal with wrestling all day in the office. When I go home, I play FIFA with my son, I take my dog out, I spend time with my missus. Wrestling is very much a passion of mine. It's very much an everyday job, but it's not like when I go home I go, oh, I'm going to play fucking SmackDown versus Raw, or I'm going to sit and watch this pay-per-view. It's a different thing to me now. So when I'm in the office, say it's like a Wednesday or Thursday, you know what I mean, like whatever the night before, whatever show was on in America, we'll put on the background in the office. So we watch NWA, we watch AEW, we watch NXT UK, we watch NXT, we watch Raw, we watch SmackDown. We keep on top of everything. But if I was to say that AEW, NXT, NXT UK, Raw, SmackDown and NWA are probably the main ones we watch right now.
And there's not a lot of time to watch them, even as a university student. I struggle to fit them all in.
Exactly, mate. There's far too much to take in. Like, the thing is, when you think back in wrestling, you think years ago when you watched it, maybe when there was just Raw, there was no Raw and SmackDown, it was like everything resonated, everything like stuck in your head. You remember moments for different shows. Now a lot of things bleed together because there's too much content going out at too fast a pace that yes, there's great moments, yes, there's great matches, but they happen at such a fucking fast rate that you might lose them in the shuffle. So that's something that I think's not a problem. I just think it's something that shows you how society has changed. You always need to move with the times. Terry Funk is a great example of that. People would say, oh, I'm NWA champion, don't go and do hardcore. He's like, no, listen, hardcore's a new thing, so he went and done hardcore, so he kept his career relevant for a lot longer than a lot of his contemporaries. Same thing if you're a businessman. If you're sitting going, oh, there's too much wrestling now, no, that's just the way the world is. There's entertainment at your beck and call, there is everything at your fingertips. It's not like you need to wait for a show. You can watch a show on demand, you can watch a show, entire series in one day, you can binge watch anything, you can look for any programme you want. So that's the way the world has become now. So wrestling needs to evolve and adapt to that world, and that's just the way it is. And it's not something that's to my taste, because I think there's so much great art and the art form of professional wrestling gets lost, but that's the way it is, mate.
Right, now you're about to go on stage, so I'm going to cut a few questions out. I'm going to throw some stuff at you. Just the first name that comes to your head when I throw these at you.
Okay.
Favourite wrestler?
Ultimate Warrior.
Favourite manager?
Paul Heyman.
Favourite comedian?
Billy Connolly.
Favourite band?
Rolling Stones.
And anything you want to plug before I let you go?
All ICW shows and Wrestling Experience Scotland shows are always on sale at ticketmaster.co.uk. You can follow Insane Championship Wrestling at Insane Champ Wrestling Twitter, or just type in Insane Wrestling on any other platform. Thank you.